Catherine Chong. How are you all doing? It's my favorite time of the week. Welcome everyone to our weekly live tutorial and also YouTube tutorial training sessions. Now, I am just so glad that you are watching this right now. For those of you who are new to our channel, my name is Catherine Chong and I am the fertility dietitian who based in Brisbane, Australia. Currently, I run my virtual consultation practice, seeing clients all around the country. I also consult with 2 medical centres in Brisbane, one at the Myhealth Brisbane Showgrounds and also at the Sunnybank, the Star Medical Centre. So I mainly work with women and couples who are trying to get pregnant to optimize their diet, to make sure that they are doing all the right things to give their body the very best chance when it comes to trying to conceive and to prepare them to have a healthy pregnancy and healthy baby. Now, if you are someone who are thinking about starting a family or trying to conceive, or has been struggling to get pregnant for quite some time now, I am here, like I say, my job here is I want to give you the simple, actionable eating tips to help you to gain total clarity, translate the current evidence into simple, actionable tips so you can move through any roadblock you have as quickly as possible, right? That's why if you haven't heard about my 5 days fertility diet challenge, now is the time to grab this freebie. So basically, this 5 days fertility diet challenge is designed to give you a simple roadmap, which includes a 5 days meal plan, recipe, grocery shopping list, and a 5-day total email support from me. So when you join the challenge, you will also be part of our amazing community, which is more than 500 subscribers now. So every week you will receive bite-sized nutrition, fertility nutrition informations. Plus, every month you also get to ask questions and I will be answering them during our monthly Q&A Tuesday show. Alright, my friend, if you're wondering right now, Catherine, how can I grab this freebie? So go to my website now at catherinechong.com.au/fertility diet challenge. That's where you can grab this freebie and join our amazing community. Alright, now in today's episode, we are going to talk about something pretty relevant but not commonly talked about among the professionals, which is we're going to have a chat about how cooking methods can impact your egg health. And yes, I will give you specific examples of which type of cooking methods are the best and also the worst when it comes to improving your egg quality, your egg health, along with some guiding principles you must follow to help to optimize your fertility. Now, if you have been on this fertility journey for quite some time now and your biological clock is ticking, especially if you are someone who age above 35, this episode definitely is for you. Let's get started. Now, first thing first, you may be thinking, Catherine, are cooking methods really relevant when it comes to trying to have a baby? In fact, what I have found is pretty surprising fact. So studies show that a harmful compound called advanced glycogen end products, in other words, AGES, the short form, the acronym, it means that this compound here might have a powerful effect on your fertility health. Now, these glycogen end products, like I say, it might be a harmful, it is a harmful component, can form in food that have been exposed to high temperature cooking, such as if you frequently do like grilling, frying, or toasting. It can be easily released when you cook the food at a high temperature, and it can also accumulate in your body as part of the aging process, right? So These AGEs or glycogen end products, it also known as glycotoxin. The reason why is because it can also cause inflammation in your body and hence increase insulin resistance and also the risk of type 2 diabetes. So in fact, there are some research linking with the chronic health conditions. But if we're looking at, okay, whether or not there are evidence linking with in terms of women's fertility health, so recent evidence suggested that the accumulations of these what we call advanced glycogens end products or short form H products, it may be impacting on the level of ovarian follicle, meaning that it might trigger early ovarian aging, or possibly also potentially impact on follicular growth. So just imagine that these H products, these advanced glycogen end products, may potentially impact on the growing of your baby eggs cell, right? Now, what we also know at this stage is the current evidence also suggests that it may interfere with insulin, the insulin hormone signaling and the glucose or the blood sugar control in your body. Potentially, it can also affect ovarian function, your follicular growth, like I mentioned before, and there is also study linking with diminished fertility and in women who have the polycystic ovarian syndrome, right? So here's the things that you need to know, right? So H are particularly are higher in animal protein food, all right? So it's not just looking at the cooking methods, but it's particularly higher in certain type of food, especially animal protein food, all right? So what I mean is in particularly meat, especially if you're someone who have quite frequent red meat consumption. Now, I would say that how do you define frequent red meat consumption? If you're looking at on a weekly basis, if you have more than, I would say, 300 or 450 grams of red meat in a week, that's definitely would kind of classify as over or excess red meat consumptions, right? So what we know so far is if you have more red meat consumption, you are more prone to the advanced glycogens, this end product formation. Plus, if you also frequently do high temperature cooking, like if you browning or searing or grilling, roasting, frying, or broiling, which have the largest impacts when you're looking at consuming this food in your body, the amount of the H compound, right? This toxin compound that will form in your body is much higher. All right, moving along. What I also surprised to find that there was actually a study that compared every single food item, like most of the single food items, and to kind of have a ranking system to see which type of food contain the highest amount of this glycogen and the glycotoxin compound. So here's what I found. All right, so number one, food that contain higher in fats and protein. Basically, if you think about high fat spread, including like butter, cream cheese, margarine, and mayonnaise, are actually among the food that contain highest in H. Now, for instance, to give you an example, this study particularly looking at scrambled eggs prepared with a cooking spray versus using margarine versus using oil, right? It had 50 to 70% fewer H compound that is cooked when compared to the scrambled eggs cooked with butter. So you can see that by cooking with butter, it definitely would increase the risk of this advanced glycogen end product that is formed in your body that can potentially impact on your fertility health. Okay, now the good news is, right, we're not just talking about all these harmful potential effect. But the good news is healthy whole food, like whole grains, legumes, bread or vegetable, fruits and milk were actually among the lowest item in the advanced glycogen end product formation, right? Unless you are prepared with added fat. So basically what it means, if you remember in our teaching, right, a fertility diet, you should follow like a Mediterranean eating patterns, which are very rich in plant-based food, whole grain product, natural food, fat, milk. So you can see that there's a linkage in terms of association. By eating more of this type of food, it can actually reduce these aged products and hence reduce the oxidative stress to your body. Okay, now so next, as I mentioned before, cooking methods can increase these toxin compound by increasing the stress, oxidative stress in your body. In fact, one study has shown that dry heat cooking can increase the amount of age by actually 10 to 100 times compared to uncooked food, right? So basically, like I said, I want to remind you again. So in particularly, if you're looking at certain meat, definitely like red meat, if you're cooking with frequently cook your dishes with say added cheese, or if you fry egg with butter, cream cheese, margarines, or mayonnaise or oil. So these are the food, right? Fried food and highly processed products are the food source that definitely would have more of this harmful toxin, right? So again, ask yourself, how often do you consume this food, right? As the list I just shared with you. And also, how often or what are the ways that you currently cook your meal? Okay, so fortunately though, like I said, there's always the good things you can do and can take action and start to reverse this whole process. Your body can eliminate these harmful compounds through the antioxidant mechanism. And this is why, if you have been following us for a while now, we always mention, emphasize that you must have an antioxidant rich diet. Because when you consume, for example, if you consume too many of these harmful compounds, either from your food or your cooking methods, or too many at one time, right? Your body basically can't keep up with eliminating them, right? Put it that way. Especially if your diet is lacking with antioxidant, which is help to fight all these harmful exposure to your body, right? So what you need to do right now is you definitely want to boost your antioxidant, and I'm going to share with you a few tips, easy tips for you in a minute. But what I don't want you to get over concerned is definitely a low level are generally nothing to worry about. But assuming that if you constantly get exposed to this, harmful compound, the advanced glycogens and products, it is likely that it can cause oxidative stress and inflammation and possibly ovarian early sign of ovarian aging, right? So here are some guiding principles that I want to share with you today. So I have prepared 3 simple tips to help you to fight this harmful compound called the advanced glycogen end product. So number 1, here's what you need to do. So number 1, choose different cooking methods. Okay, so like I said, the aged are more prone to high temperature cooking, such as browning, searing, grilling, roasting, frying, and broiling. So rather than every day you use this type of dry heat cooking, I want you to start switching or alternate, right, with stewing, poaching, boiling, or even steaming, right? So cooking with moist heat at a lower temperature and for shorter periods can help to minimize the oxidative stress. And next, right, just like what I've been teaching you in the past, you also want to start to consume less red meat, in particularly less than about, I would say, 300 grams to up to about 450 grams per week, and start to switch into if you enjoy eating fish, you can switch to at least twice a week of fish, and also possibly to include 1 or 2 days of meat-free vegetarian meal. So all these strategies has been proven can maximize your fertility. You also want to start to consume less like deep fried eggs or use butter or added cheese in your cooking. There's one tip I can share with you though. The secret of limiting this H compound, one thing that you can do when you eat meat or when you cook meat though, you can actually marinate with lemon juice and vinegar before cooking, right? So the beef marinated for an hour with some sort of acidic solution has been studied to reduce the H production by up to 50%. Pretty cool, right? Now, last but not least, it's what I've been teaching you here is you need to eat a diet packed with antioxidant rich food. Include a diet full of colorful fruits and vegetables and whole grains, legumes, herbs and spices. They may help protect against your H damaging effects on your egg health. So again, think about what do you eat usually at your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Make sure that your choices are full of whole grain products, and also always have at least half a serve of colorful, beautiful, fresh vegetables choices. And also don't forget about your fruits, because like I said, they are very rich in antioxidants. They can help to boost your egg health and fighting the harmful compounds exposure to your body. Alright my friend, we have covered quite a lot today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to press the subscribe button so you will get notified every time we go on live. And remember to share this video with your friends and leave a review on our channel. Now, before I go though, I have one thing that I want you to tell me. What is the one thing you are going to change in the next 7 days? I would be interested and love to hear from you, right? So just leave a comment down below and share with me what is the one thing you are going to change in the next 7 days when it comes to your cooking methods. Alright, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you same time next week at the same place. Bye for now, everyone.